Hello and welcome to another Maggie's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Today I get to review a draft beer in a bottle from lowcostbeer.com. So this is White Hag's brewing companies, and it's Fionn. It's their double IPA, 8.5%. Whoa, get in. So what a day. First day of my new job, and as you can see I've got a bit of a smile on my face. And you know, I had a rough year, but we're not going about that. No looking to the past, stuff the past. It's all about the future. And well, what a day. The bloke in charge, basically the boss, he is one of the nicest people I've ever come across in my life. Obviously, like any boss, he wants work doing. But I said to him this morning, I says, he says, hours are 7 till 3. Obviously in the winter months it'd have to be 7:30 till 3:30. I don't have to work a dinner break. I don't have to have a dinner break. So I'd rather do the 8 hours and go 2 15-minute breaks. Although to be honest, I was that busy today to even bother. I had like 5 minutes, sat down for 5 minutes, ate my sandwiches, and then sat down for another 5 minutes and drank a bit of water. And just cracked on with it. Got loads done. And my legs are knackered now though. Yeah, I started today, and they get next week. I get the 2 days from this week, the 5 days from next week. No, you know, starting and doing, you know, a week in advance or a fortnight in advance. No, straight in. Whew, paid next week, and cracking place I'm working at. I've got free reign, free roll to do whatever I want to. All he wants is it looking good, and that is Raggy Avenue. That is. I'm going in. He's getting a lot of plants for free, but that's my decision. You know, it's me putting my stamp on, and also while I'm planting my plants, I'm getting paid for planting my plants, and they look good. And in the future, if I want seed heads off them or splitting them, there's always that option. So I'm not daft, but yeah, can't believe it. You know, once in my life, it looks totally like it's gone 100% my way, and in the middle of a flipping pandemic and all, eh? And like it says on that glass, you know it makes sense. And the funny thing is, I've still got some anxiety, but I think it'll go quite quickly once I stop thinking about negative thoughts, and it's all positive from here on, so that's great. So, this beer. Fionn Mac Cumhall was a giant, a brave, legendary warrior. He was the father to Oisin, Little Fawn, House Session IPA. And his wolfhounds were Bran and Scolan, our Irish IPA. So there was never any doubt over what would name our hugely hoppy double IPA. A flawless balance of bitter and juicy with a robust backbone. It is truly a giant of a beer. At 8.5% ABV, it proudly stands as the patriarch of the White Hag family of IPAs. Description. Fionn is a modern, New World style DIPA, double India Pale Ale if you didn't know. An extremely pale with a focus on late and dry up additions to create an intensely fruity IPA. The absence of oats or lactose allows some bitterness to shine through, allowing for a more balanced, moreish finish. Tasting notes. Intense citrus and tropical fruits dominate the flavour and aroma. I did get the citrus in the aroma straight away. A lush backbone of Irish pale malt supports the heavy hop bill, creating a well-balanced finish that leans towards bitter. And like I said, definitely get the citrus straight away. The tropical was there, but the citrus was the stronger of the two. Obviously the colour is hazy, orangey golden pour, more orange than anything. got to say, very nice. So what a beautiful day. The sun's been out, and I tell you what, for the first day in a new job, so I gets there, and no one there. So in my last job we had this thing with WhatsApp where we told the client we were on site and told them when we were going. Although we never always told them when we were going, because it was like, fuck it. But here, you know, I'm going to be as honest as I can. And this bloke, his thing is honesty. Honesty, you know, he likes honesty, he likes straightforward. That's me all over. Yeah, I gets there at 7. Well, I got there at 7:15 actually. So I'm having a walk around, took a photo of myself, put it on my Facebook page, and yeah, it gets there. First things, I got 200 plants in the car that I took up, and I'm there, start planting the plants, because it's all, you know, obviously, as that sort of gardener, wherever you are in Nottingham now, you can't do the sort of gardening I used to do. You can't do anymore. There's nowhere. Councils have all gone to pot, and they would have been the best place to go. They're all crap. There's no flower beds, or very little flower beds. The standard of work is absolutely piss poor. So this was really, and my last job, obviously there was massive issues in the last job, and obviously the job didn't, the creative side just didn't come to the front. So, you know, but this job, the creativeness, I mean, I got there, planted a load of plants, and then I thought, what can I do now? I looked in the shed, no petrol for the mower. I thought, well, I better do something. So I started doing the entrance as you drive in. Shrubs that have got well out of hand, pruned them down, and you prune them down first. Good time of the year to do it, because you prune them down and they start to flourish again. And then you can take out the dead, diseased and dying, and make them, shape them into what you want. And it's, you know, in the middle of a season, in the middle of the year, you know, June, July, August is a very good time to prune shrubs that need pruning. Normally you'd only prune in the winter months, but if you've took over a project where you have to go in and make a statement straight away, you've got to. For me, you drive in, you couldn't see into to where the bedrooms were and the first lawn, and around that lawn it's all got to be half mooned off, creating flower beds, closing where the people can drive through, you know, cheeky bleeders driving through, because it's like an overspill car park as well, this one particular lawn. And yeah, so I did that, and then I did some strimming, and then I did a load of mowing, and then finished off the day watering. Fucking shitloads of work. But obviously when you're mowing, you're walking up and down like a nutter. Obviously tomorrow it's probably a more relaxed day tomorrow. I don't think I could work at that pace all the time anyway. But it was good to push myself, as you do. And I'm making the compost heap that, once it started to rot off, will be raked out and basically turned into a kitchen garden bed for fruit or whatever, really, vegetables. They've got loads of leftover slabs, big slabs as well. Fucking hell, they're arm when I lift them. I have to work out and get something to lift them with, or just roll them along. And I'm going to make a seating area round the back for staff to go out and, you know, have a sit down and chill out the way somewhere away from the public, and look at the nice area that I've made them. And as well as the kitchen garden, the fruit garden. It's going to be an amazing project. Absolutely amazing. Push my creative talents to the full. And, you know, that's all I want to do, really. And on days where it's miserable, or it's pissing down or something, I can burn rubbish as well. So I can crack open, get a fire going, and get the brass burning the brass, so it makes for a different day, you know. It's like the olden days are back. The olden days of city council, we did your work, you enjoyed planting flowers, you had a laugh. I mean, I'm on my own, so the laugh element's probably not there so much, but the rest of it's there. And in the middle of this pandemic, whew, and after a shit year, you know, it's nice to come out the back of it, and it's inspiration to people out there, you know, people out there who watch this video, that even at the most desperate of times, the darkest of times, you know, there is light at the end of that tunnel. Keep applying for jobs, looking at jobs you want to do, changing your course if you need to, seeing a job, reading about the job, thinking to yourself, is that the job for me? Could this be the one? And initially, this job came up last year, and I emailed them, didn't even get a bloody reply. But the bloke thought, cheeky bastard. But this year, I emailed, I didn't actually apply for the job, I just emailed them asking questions, but I didn't get a reply. This year, obviously, I went for the job, let him know that I was interested in both sites. We spoke about money. I've actually taken a £12 a week pay cut to go to the job. But after 3 months, he says, after 3 months we'll review it. He says, just if you can just bear with me, obviously, as we get through the tough times. And so it's all about, you know, putting my stamp on both places. And I think making both places into something special. And but also giving them some ideas as well for the future. You know, I think Christmas meals up there, at least getting the revenue coming in at Christmas. You know, posh Christmas meals. You know, reopening the restaurant just for Christmas at both locations. There's so much you can do, even if they don't want to reopen it at the moment. But Christmas is something different, isn't it? Going out for a decent Christmas meal. Lovely. I mean, the boss bloke, he was on site, then he twiddled off at dinner time. He's going down to Norfolk for a week, so I won't see him. And there's a manager who works on site. She looks after the social media and she takes guests round. Lovely lady. And yeah, lovely lady. And she's not there tomorrow either, so I don't know if the cleaner's coming in tomorrow. There's a cleaner lady there today, so I'm not sure if she's in tomorrow or not. So I might be on with Todd all day long tomorrow. And it's funny how you have to find things out. I didn't know if there was a bloody outdoor tap, and I found the outdoor taps in the end, obviously. But and it's funny because I've got the ability to put my stamp on it. That stamp's going to be put on massively. I'm going to be putting seating units, seating areas for staff to sit on. Like I say, and do a lot, you know, and make the place into something. Wow, give that wow factor. And it's all good. It's all good. Positive vibes going through here. Still got bloody anxiety there. I wish it'd piss off, but I suppose when you've had it so bad for so long that it takes a while for it to disappear. Still don't know about my holiday, and that was another issue because holidays. Obviously, I've just left the job, and they're going to pay me my holidays that I haven't took this year, which accounts to 7 days, on top of the 2 weeks. So the funny thing is, and it's working out fantastic. It's like fucking hell, how amazing. We were worried about money because obviously we'd gone from a company called Nurture, then we got 2P'd over to a company called Spacegate, and then obviously I've left them to come in. So Nurture paid us, and then Spacegate weren't paying us. Well, they paid us 1 week, then they're not paying us till the 7th of September. And then I've come to this job, so it's like, even though I'm working all the weeks, you're like missing pay because you're not flipping getting paid. Because obviously the pay is all very different times. And in this job, I've started today, so I've got 2 days this week, and then I've got the 5 days next week, and he says, yeah, we'll pay you 2 days, 5 days, and we'll pay you next Friday. And I'm like, get in! No week in hand and all that rubbish, because Obviously that would have meant that I wouldn't have got paid till the end of September, which, you know, in times of money being a bit hard, you know, it would have been made it more difficult. But now I'm getting 3.5 weeks pay, well, about 3 weeks, 2 days pay, I think it'll work out to, from the last company, getting that on the September the 7th. I'm also, on the end of this month, I'm getting 7 days pay, and then at the end of the month, end of September, I'm getting a full month's pay. So it's like, yeah. It's funny, it's all gelled together. It's like, fucking hell, you can't believe how things were so bad. And if anybody's watching these reviews from weeks ago, you would have seen some very dark reviews. And it's gone from so bad to so good. And back to my normal self, you know, apart from a little bit of anxiety still, which I hope will pay off. And I'm running out of spirits as well, which is a good thing, because I'm not going to even get any more spirits, because it's too much temptation. Same with wines in some ways, you know. Bloody wines are too tempting. At least review beers, I have to do the review before I drink the beer. Otherwise I'm wasting money, which I don't like doing, obviously. So you really do get the wallop from this. I always find, I don't know what it is with double IPAs, I always find that they, even when they're strong, they don't taste as strong as what they are. This does not taste like an 8.5%er, but I get the feeling that it's going to hit me in a bit. Although, to be honest, I might just drink the old litre now, sod it. Oh. So, tonight, we're getting winds of 50 mile an hour tomorrow, so that'll be interesting when I'm up a ladder trying to cut a hedge. Yeah, it will be interesting. I might take my other hedge trimmers just in case the ones at work don't work. But anyway, yeah. So tonight, 50 mile an hour winds apparently coming tomorrow morning. So I've got to take the hot tub down. I've got to take the sides off. Take the top off. Drop the whole unit down. Ready for the inevitable high winds. Turn the hot tub off for a few days as well, until the winds pee off again, because it's not worth it while the winds are there. Have a good hour in tonight, you know, a nice bit of chilling. Hot tubs are great. I mean, yes, they're not the cheapest to run if you really are on a budget with your electricity. But you fill them with hot water. What you do is, you run your central heating, if you've got central heating, that is. Fill it with hot water. Yeah, this is going to be a long review. But hey ho, it's Thursday, Friday tomorrow. It's been a good week. I've had a right good week, I've got to say. Nice to have that smile back. And it's funny, because I'm smiling, but I'm bloody emotional with it. It's like, yeah, that thing where, am I in a dream? Pinch yourself. Am I in a dream? Have I just walked into the dream job with the dream boss? I mean, the other side, the flip side is I've got quite a drive to get to the other site. But with this site being so good, so interesting, I get to the other side and, you know, I'm absolutely buzzing. And the flip side of that also means that my family see a much happier me. My wife sees a much happier me. And, you know, I mean, even today, well, yesterday at work, one of the residents on the Park Estate gave me someone I talked to, someone, you know, he was bullied in his job. And we've been talking for ages. And a lovely bloke, got, you know, his wife still works, walks on one of the circuses up there, and telling him and bought me out a bottle of Prosecco and a note saying that, you know, thanks for what you've done, and now we're mates and friends on Facebook and that. And then also, you know, the bloke who runs Lowcost Beer, he sent me a congratulations on your new job card and that. And, you know, it's pulls the old fucking heartstrings. Gotta be honest. I think sometimes, you know, that even good people who go through bad times, you know, it comes out, you come out the other side. Yeah, you like to think that anyway. And I'm certainly getting to that stage where I'm coming out the other side. Hello! So the dog's come for a nosy, as he does. Hello! And he's looking at me like, what are you doing, sat there? Chatting to yourself. Because obviously he can't hear me now, so he can't hear what I'm saying. Sit down. Sit. Sit. So, nice hour in the hot tub. And then I'm cooking the wife, and I'm going to try and keep off the wine while I'm doing it. But I'm doing some nice steaks on the barbecue. I've got to say, steaks on the barbecue, as long as you cook them slowly, keep turning, cook them on the lowest heat so you don't burn them. They cook amazing on the barbecue. We've got a gas barbecue, so we cook them on there. And then I'm doing some nice mushrooms. I don't know if we've got any garlic sauce. And then I'm also doing some pepper sauce, and maybe do some of her. She's got these Slimming World chips, because she's back on the old Slimming World now, you know, trying to lose weight. And that's another thing with me, you know. Obviously, over the last year, definitely this last year, I've drank a little bit more than I should have done. And certainly over the last 3 months, very much more. And yeah, me myself, I'm looking at pushing myself. And, you know, because obviously I don't go running. So work is my area to push myself. So push my physical to the extreme. The work people benefit because they get the work done, and, you know, are great. But it does me some good as well, because I'm pushing myself again. And it's like now today. Basically, I worked solid for, and this has been brutally honest, solid for 7 hours 40 minutes. About two 10-minute breaks. I think one was a 5-minute break. So I was sat there and I thought, fuck this, might as well just carry on working. I drank a bottle of water, and then that was it. And there's another thing as well. This place where I'm at, he says to me, he says, oh, when the chefs are back, he says, yeah, well, there'll be times when they'll just come out and all of a sudden they'll pop a bacon butty out to you, or they'll cook you a dinner. And I'm like, fucking hell, have I had the jackpot or what? Hey, bacon butter, dinner? I mean, it's not going to be a ribeye, obviously, but, you know, whatever it is, as long as it's something I eat, yeah, I'm happy about that, you know. Egg on toast does me. Get some sliced toast, 2 or 3 eggs on the toast, jobs are good, and cheap meal, but bloody lovely. My wife got me into that. Oh, amazing. But yeah, you know, and I might even cop for a few beer reviews, because he's got 2 beers. He's got an Italian lager at the one I've been at today, and that's Cockcliff Country House Hotel, or Cockcliff. Yeah. So if you go on Google, YouTube, no, sorry, Facebook, sorry, and you search Cockcliff Country House Hotel, that's where I've been at today. And they actually posted a photo of the lawn I've just mowed. It's a bit brown at the moment. It's not fully green, because what it is, when the ride-on mower goes on, he mows it, and it's at that height. That height's no good for a mower. I've brought it down to that height today, double mowed it, and it's going to take probably a double mow again next week, when my legs can take the double mowing. And obviously if we get the rain tomorrow, it'll green up a bit. And the thing is, you have to teach lawns. What you have to do is, say you've inherited the garden that's not been mowed properly, but it's straight. What you do is you mow, and you do it weekly. You keep mowing, You go to somewhere like Lowcost, you buy their weed and feed. For God's sakes, you don't weed and feed the old garden. You look for the weeds, sprinkle it over the weeds. Then that area, the weeds die, that area of grass grows a bit faster. Doesn't really matter, a little bit of grass. And that's how you win. Mowing once a week. And then if you have to level it off, for God's sakes, don't ever use compost. I used compost. The bastard lawn was mowed every 2 days. Never again. And yeah, use soil. Try and get the stones out of it. Put it on. Seed it. Keep watering. If you're not on a meter, water, water, water. Even in the rain, water. And that's how you get your lawns back, you know. And with lawns, the best way to do a lawn is actually to mow at a higher cut. But depending on the time of the year, we are in now August, late August, well, mid-August. We've got the autumn and winter months. So if you've got a garden now that's looking bad, you start mowing short. Go shorter, shorter, shorter. Don't go it so you're scalping the soil, but certainly go shorter. And then let the rain do its job, and you mow it through the winter, once a month through winter, and then you'll have a good lawn. Weed and feed, use that. Simples, as that little meerkat would say. So, because I'm on the second half a pint, as it were, of this, and it's going down a treat. And I know hazy puts people off, some people off, but don't ever be put off by hazy. Hazy now, and it always has done, means that it's full flavoured. You're getting the full citrus, the full tropical fruit coming through, and it's got bags of taste, and I may say some bloody strength and all. I'm starting to feel it. 27 minutes in. Fuck it, eh? We'll just carry on. It was always going to be a long review, that first day back from that first day working. And I do thank everyone from the bottom of my heart for all the kind comments, you know. I do beer reviews. I'm no one special. I'm just somebody from Nottingham who likes his beer. No one special. And all these YouTubers out there who think they're God's gift, you know, it's a lot of bollocks really, isn't it? But, you know, I have a love of beer. I love drinking it. I don't like getting pissed out of my head and feeling sick the next morning, but I love the taste. You know, every bottle or can you open, it's like, ooh, you know, you like that. And that's how we were. In Sainsbury's, when I work with, if she ever watches these, I don't think she does, but with the likes of Nicola, Simon, Lee, Marie, and that, and the others, Jane and Kerry, if they watch this, you know, and especially the people who worked on BWS, and that was me, Nicola, Lee sometimes, certainly Marie, and certainly Simon, because he did the range reviews, and that means putting these new products on the shelf and moving stuff around. And whenever a new beer or lager, cider or wine came out, or spirits even, it was like, ooh, you know. And I used to petition the management at Sainsbury's to get local beers, like Castle Rock beers, like get some Castle Rock beers in. You know, local beers will sell. They still haven't, you know. Stupidity in my eyes. Tesco sell local beers. Morrison's sell local beers. Asda sell local beers. The only one of the big four who does not is Sainsbury's. Why? God knows. You know. Obviously that person is, I don't know, not as much of a fan of beers as I am, you know. But anyway, God, this really is a long review. Ooh. Nice bitterness in the back end there, but it did go down the wrong side as well, so that's probably the reason. But overall, I'm feeling a bit tired. I'm not drunk, but I'm feeling it. Yeah, overall, really nice. and it's at Lowcost Beer now, you know. And the thing I've learnt with lowcostbeer.com and their sister company, their Smiling Grapes, I've actually subscribed to both on Facebook because they have some cheap. They've got a shop where they're selling all this stuff, and then they're obviously doing the online stuff as well. And yeah, the business model, flipping heck, it's amazing. Buying beer that's, you know, companies might just bin because it's going out of date or short date, but what you never bin beer, God's sakes, even a year out of date, it's still fucking drinkable. And then like doing draft beer like this, the admiration, genuine admiration, not bullshit admiration, but genuine admiration I have is full on. You know, some people, I'm not good at business. You know, I run a website, make a bit of money off that, do a bit of gardening at weekend, make a bit of money off that. But as for, I was looking at going self-employed. But one, I'm not brave enough. Two, my capabilities as a gardener are never ever in doubt. I see a vision that other people just can't see. And but then again, I've been taught by the best, you know. I've been taught by people who've won European in Blooms, Britain in Blooms. You know, these people were the best Britain have got, let's put it that way. And you know, I hope I'm as good as they are, you know, and are able to show that. And in the future, I'll start posting some photos or no, I might do it on YouTube actually, the odd video from where I am, before and after videos, and maybe. But anyway, I've talked for so long, bullshit, talked bollocks for ages, and not bollocks actually, it's all real, but this was a great beer review. Thoroughly enjoyed this. I'm half tanked, as you can tell. And you know, when you've been in a bad place and you've come out, it's such a great feeling. I'm not 100% over it yet. I can still feel the anxiety in my legs. But I'm in a fucking much better place. So thank you everybody out there. I do read as many comments as I can. Don't always reply obviously, but as you noticed. But I do read the comments, and some really heartwarming comments. I mean, you don't really know the real me, but to be honest, you do see the real me, because the real me is the person you see in front of you, not somebody who tries to make out is this or that. I'm just a poor bugger who lives in Nottingham, who spends a lot on beer. But hey, you've got a hobby, haven't you? Jesus Christ. Can't all be boring and sitting inside all day doing no. Right, so what a beer from a Whitehag, the Irish Brewing Company. My longest beer review to date. But then it was more of a chat about my new job as well. So yeah, a bit of each. Absolutely belter of a beer. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm half tanked, and yeah. We need more of these draft beers. If ever a business concept was worth going national, this is the concept. It's good for Whitehag because people that aren't living in that part of the country, aren't living in Ireland basically, and can't get hold of their beers normally, can do it through Lowcost Beer. So for me, Lowcost Beer have stumbled on to, probably in the middle of COVID, you know, this fucking coronavirus, one of the most interesting ideas out there. Draft beer in a bottle. It tastes good. You know, this could be left for days, it could be left for weeks, because, let me get you another bottle, let me show you this bottle. It's solid. When you homebrew, You put a beer in a homebrew bottle, it's solid. It's just as good as that. It lasts for months. Yeah, you won't drink it. It won't be months before it's drank. It won't be fucking days if I've got a choice. Yeah. I might crack open another review tonight. You never know. Yeah. Unless I get a bollocking off the wife, then I'll divert the review for another day. Now it is. But yeah, the business idea is great. And you know, not just White Tag, but any other breweries out there, for me, using, and I do mean this, using low cost beer to get your product out towards the whole of the UK. These fellas are shipping UK wide. Yeah, 40 quid is what you have to spend to get it free delivery. So it's worth going for the 40 quid. And free, you know, all these draft beers. I can't, you know, it is an amazing concept. Because there's lots of beers that you just don't get in bottle or in can. Even from local breweries. I've got Castle Rock Brewery down the road. And there's loads of their beers I can't get in a bloody bottle or can. And I love that brewery. I want to review their beers. I've actually bought, well, I've still got to pay them actually, but I've actually got 5 bottles now, 500ml bottles, that I can go and say, look, can you fill these bottles up? And, you know, put a label on so I know what it is. And it will stay fresh for days because they're sealed bottles. And the concept is amazing. And Jesus Christ. If anybody watches this review to the end, please tell me. Yeah. So anyway, out of 5 then. Getting to the nitty gritty now. Jesus Christ, it's been half an hour. But I've had a good day. So, out of 5, for me, what a cracker of an Irish beer. My wife's from Ireland, Northern Ireland,